Today is one of those marked days. It's marked by the collective pain that is heard through every possible breeze, and it tells us of a state we're all in, that we can all bond through by being aware of it. It's called the cry of Gāia, the great mother goddess, the earth mother, our home, Mother Earth. As you know, Lilith, she is the patron of the great mother goddess in the form of Gāia. And as the weaponry strikes this earth in such aggression that steps away from everything feminine, everything sacred feminine, and causes so much turmoil and conflict, it is only normal and natural that each and every one of us has pain right now. Vivid, available, visible. And how do we learn from that? How do we learn from what the Black Moon Lilith in the position of Scorpio, this very powerful year, as she returns to her authentic home, her throne, her enriched and exalted place of power, right now at the point of solstice. In the northern hemisphere, it's the summer solstice. In the southern hemisphere, it's the winter solstice. What does the Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio say as she weeps for Gāia and declares so much heated realization? We have to examine this pain we're collectively experiencing, not just because there is a vivid collapse to structures, to society, to the potential of humanity, which is kindness, which is being in the heart, just because we are incapable of going ourselves and stopping what seems to be unstoppable. It doesn't mean that we can't commit such an incredible act, which is caring even more. And when we care even more, it has nothing to do with abandoning the need to take care of our own unique contribution to the whole. In fact, it enhances that contribution because we become more aware and more conscious of what makes us us, what we're of. We're of Gāia, birthed into Gāia, returning to Gāia. Many right now are falling back to the earth, bleeding for us all. Bleeding for us, perhaps not wanting to leave prematurely or face such eruptions of conflicts that have no sense. And yet, these are the times we're in, and they have been predicted. And the Black Moon Lilith does not lie. We can see when she's functioning in Scorpio where all that imbalance at the most extreme degree lives. The world right now is obviously at an extreme degree of denial and also visual understanding of where we're at, the abuse of Gāia. Of course, many would say we have been doing this for long now. We've been neglecting our sacred home and, taking her for granted. But just as I stand here amidst mountains and trees and ancient ruins, I can also tell you that it's impossible to win. Gāia always wins. What we were birthed from in this reality is the creatrix, the great mother, the one who governs, ultimately here, and also truly because this is what we came from here. So, no matter how much destruction can take place, What we cannot defeat is life. Life as a function in amidst the cycle of birth and death. Can we defeat death? Of course we cannot defeat death. Birthing equates to dying. And in between all that, there's life. Such is the cycle, the cyclicness of where we are. And Gaia would like us all to remember, the great Mother Goddess Gaia would like us all to know that those wrathful patrons of her sacred sanctuary are going to step up and show us so much more. And the Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio is going to be very vivid in what she can present to us all, so that we're even more certain of why we're here and how we can make best use of our humanity, of what it means to be a human being, of what it means to be of Gaia. If you're shedding tears, if you find it hard to digest the pain of the world, if the musical tone has hit a low and the sound of this reality seems to be distant to what uplifts and strikes a high, don't fear it. Lilith in Scorpio is deep, the baseline. When we die, everything's flat. The heart stops to beat. We don't see this rhythm. Imagine the power of Scorpio, death. An understanding of that nothing, of that end. And then understanding rebirth in its full-fledged potency. You know, even though this may be information that has been circulating for 1 or 2 years, I only found out about it a day or two ago, that there are fungi, mushroom-like species in many parts of this earth and in the Amazon that eat plastic, that consume it and destroy it. The university in Sydney, the Sydney University, has incredible evidence of this too, and they're working on developing this special species of rejuvenation, of healing this earth. What does this tell us? Who wins? Gaia. Always Gaia wins, and all her patrons, all her sacred patrons. What do you think the planets are doing? Have they not defended Gaia? Look at the system we're in. Look at our galaxy, our unique solar system. We have asteroid belts that could at any moment come and wipe out this sacredness, which is Gaia, which is our Earth. And yet we have such a defense system of the planets that protect her and therefore protect us, just as our stars protect us. In our blueprint of astrology, when interpreted correctly by those who can read the stars, who have the backbone of a lineage, who can transmit to you what frees you from the chains of your own coming in here to this reality, what maximizes that potential. Those which can see and understand this will tell you about your own protective sphere, just like we have here. Gaia is safe because she is held by our galaxy. She is held by this universe, and all her patrons, especially those who are of this earth, who live below us, who rise through the subterranean realities, merge into this reality, which is where we stand, and then lift themselves up into the heavens, where all the celestial platforms sing and dance. We are of this earth, and yet we are also capable of complete and total healing. And that is exactly why this age, this point of the cyclic conception of all is taking place. When we look at the age of degeneration, the Iron Age, when we look at the age of Kali Yuga, as we would say it in the Vedic system, Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, the age of degeneration, there's great opportunity there. There always has been, because it concentrates the capacity of each of us. We purify at a maximum, and in all the supreme alchemical processes, purification is one of the main components. So if we want to maximize our incarnation and understand that we are of Gaia, and understand our own planetary protective system personally and collectively, if we want that, we will definitely find the support and those which can support the understanding of such truths. And in amidst all this, have confidence in Gaia. Please listen to my talks on YouTube about the war in Palestine, about the divination that was so kindly requested over a year ago, and really does get to the bottom of why this is all happening. The mysteries and the sacred realities of the great Mother Goddess, of the hand which feeds us, have been talking for countless eons. And I can tell you now, for tens and thousands of years, we have evidence and proof of what is Gaia. And I do everything with my life, my precious life, to find every remnant of what is left of this devotional understanding, of this enlightened lineage, which is the pulse of all. That's why we're here, and how to best serve her. So astrology is a means. Please, you can also listen to my detailed talk on the astrology of the future of Islam, having had traveled to the Middle East, having had spent time in various countries in the Middle East, and deeply respecting the Middle East. I can tell you one thing: before everything, that is the patriarch, the religious Abrahamic systems of this earth that seem to rule through the patriarch. There has been a queen rising in our incredible immaculate sky that is deeply loved and cared for in all the Middle East, such as Astarte, Ishtar, and in my language, Aphrodite, in Latin, Venus. That Venusian beam is so connected to the desert plains of ancient Arabia and all of Islam. But you must listen to the talk to understand all the flavors of the great Mother Goddess, to understand why she continues to wait so kindly for us to return. If ending it all is necessary for us to understand the untamed side, the supreme infinite mood of what it is to be living and breathing, having the gift of life, if we regret and reject that and not make use of it, like water our plants and give back to this earth and make her more and more a suitable palace for so many that just don't have the same great possibilities that we do. Protecting the underprivileged, understanding the value of our role as being on top of the food chain, we can definitely still help and learn through Gaia. Gaia. During my travels in the Sierra Nevada in Colombia, the love of Gaia has been there ever since the start. The Great Mother, primordial and vivid and awake. And so many forces try and rip that out of those mountain ranges, such as this whole earth. Gaia so feared, her creatures, her beings so rejected. by systems that dominate and suppress. But it cannot continue. I have all the evidence, dear hearts, and I will slowly share it with you. Things that have not been told to us about Gaia. So receive this, receive the blessings of the lineages that are being shared and sent to your hearts today. And pray for this earth, for all its inhabitants, and trust in your prayers. Trust in your communion with enlightened, awakened divinities. And be very confident about your own unique ability to choose how you react to all which is here and how you bond with Gaia. So, I send you all my love. The Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio does not fear, not even slightly, all of these shakeups. In fact, she will impress you all because there is no more of this. There is a huge finale coming, and we will understand who's the queen of this universe, where our home is, our true heart, Gaia, the center, home, earth. And through Gaia, through this center, through earth, through this ground touching, through the grounding of Gaia, we have the best opportunity for awakening, for getting liberated, for liberating everyone, for realizing the truth of all, for being a truth seeker. Gaia gives us that chance. So as I've said in other videos too, if we look at the beautiful story of Gautama Siddhartha, Prince Siddhartha, he called upon Gaia, the Earth Mother Goddess, as his witness, as he was defeating the final illusions, the final distractions. And then he became completely and utterly free. With that much respect, he bowed down to the hand that fed him, to this reality, to Gaia. Okay, everybody, with all my love, embrace those base notes and know that Lilith in Scorpio persists, but she's only going to get more and more free. And what that means is we will see her.